Be forewarned, like, viewer discretion is advised. But those are directional, right, too? So it's like, but we're these, it's
kinda,
like,
yeah, exactly, right? I need to be straight on.
Yeah, in order to get the power. But I swear to God, I got misophonia. Like, if I hear someone fucking chewing, I just get...
Is it
you
like
just know the word, you're like that.
Pardon? Is it like
That
nails
bothered
on a chalkboard?
It's kind of... Well,
I can't handle that.
You can't have nails on a chalkboard. Yeah. I had a friend when I was a kid. It's like, you know, like on a couch, that fucking material. It's like one way and the other way. I'd like, if you rub that, he'd gag. He'd wrinkle gag.
I like that feeling, man.
I like it too, so I'd always be doing it. He's like, man, you gotta stop. Holy fuck. I'm Evan Nouse.
I'm Mike Reese.
I'm Jordan Ahmed.
Michaela Anderson.
I'm Paul Hilliker.
This is episode 106 of the Sit Down Podcast with the Radiant. Fucking coming right at your head, bitch.
This episode is brought to you by Inspired Vapor Company. It is a father-son organization that helps people get rid of darts. So if you're a smoker and you want to transition into vaping, which is healthier than smoking, check out inspiredvaporcompany.com and use promo code, what did we say?
Moose10.
Moose10.
For 10% off, you guys.
Right on, you guys. Welcome and thank you for joining me and allowing me in your studio here. We have a guest host this evening, you guys. Aspen Beveridge from Skull Creek Studios is with me.
Hi, Aspen.
Mark is under the weather, so I told him to stay home. So thank you for coming here. I couldn't have set any of this up, you guys. This is how silly I am without their help and Aspen's help. So, like... yeah, this is great. So, getting into it, the way I found you guys, believe it or not, was through Aspen. He was like, hey, you should check these guys out. You know, they're a local band from Saskatoon. I'll be honest. I was at Chesterfest. Wasn't aware you guys were playing there. I did leave before you guys were playing, but that's how much attention I was paying.
You didn't even want to stay and see the dudes.
Dude, it's not that I didn't want to stay, but it was like I had my son there and everything. We were having a good time, and we just had to get back home.
That's
right?
fair.
You caught Chilliwack.
I sure you did.
No.
What the heck, man?
I legitimately stayed for... okay, I'll be honest. The reason why I went to Chesterfest this year was for Jake Battleland. We had just had him on the show, and I knew he was playing there, so I was like, oh, I'm going to go check that out live. So I know he was playing two sets. He did like the Jake Battleland one, and then he did the one with the other band.
The local group.
Yeah, with the group.
Yep.
And then when that was done, I don't remember if Saul was after that or before that.
He was like
Saul was after the local
midday,
group.
Yeah.
So I think I might have left right after Saul.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it was like 4 or 5
Sun
p.m.
was still up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
legit. My kid goes to bed early.
It's so nice to bring your kids to that stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
It's so cute.
He sat in the van the whole time though.
Oh.
But he's young. He's little,
That's
right?
Yeah.
But
I saw like Belle Plain and Blake Berglund with their baby like in the backstage area, and I was just like, that's the sweetest thing. Like, oh no, like that's so cute.
No doubt. So is that did you guys play there last year too?
No,
Or
that was their first time.
the first time.
That was
So
our
how?
first time.
Let's talk about that. How was Chesterfest for you guys this year?
So
That's
good.
great.
That was amazing.
What did we do for the audition? We auditioned, didn't we?
We did, in 2020, right?
Yeah, and then COVID shut everything down, right? But so we did the audition. It went really well. It was awesome. Who else was there? Night Jays and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a good time. Garbage dump babes.
Yeah, Dump Babes.
I'd never heard of Dump Babes.
I
they're really
almost
good,
called
too.
them garbage babes.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say garbage.
Garbage?
Yeah, garbage.
No, Dump Babes, they're really good. They're from here too, and I think they auditioned. No, that was I think Ness Creek, but in Regina, I was gonna say. But
Either way, we
they
did
have
the audition.
Chesterfest auditions in Regina?
Pardon me?
Did they have Chesterfest auditions in Regina?
Shit if I know. But we did. It went really well. We
Yeah.
had a good time. It was dope. And then, we were. I guess kind of nothing came of it because COVID shut everything down. But then I guess we got the call when they were gonna fire it up, and we were pretty pumped about that. Especially like I knew Chilliwack was going. I was just like, yes, I love Chilliwack, Canadiana baby.
Yeah.
And then yeah, we got a really good spot. We opened the after hours stage or whatever. Holy shit, it was a good time.
Yeah?
Oh, it was such a good
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Good crowd, really.
Yeah.
Good time.
So how late did the party go that night?
Oh, wow. Depends who you ask, I guess. I don't know. What did we play? We played till like midnight or something, it felt like.
Something like that. I think we went on around 11.
Yeah, and then the dudes after us, they played for probably, it felt like eternity just because I was already getting gunned up, and yeah, it was a good time. And then after that, yeah, I kept partying till all hours.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Chesterfest?
I have not been to Chesterfest, but I've heard all good things. Really good things.
Yeah, no, it's a
It
really
was
good
really
time.
want to go next year.
Yeah, it was.
For sure.
It was my first time at Chesterfest, and it was just such an awesome experience. Like, if you haven't been there, there's just like a ton of couches everywhere, and there's 2 stages on like opposite sides of the field. And,
Right, that was...
and people literally like
sweet.
pick up their couches and turn around to see the next stage, and it runs all nice and smoothly. And there's always music. It's a great time, actually.
Freaking
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
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 It was cool how they interspersed the like main stage acts and the
That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like when this stage is done, it's like turn the couch around, direct your attention over here, and then this one's firing up right away.
Yeah.
And so that it continues on, for sure. Have you guys heard of Moose Fest at all?
Yeah, we have.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, we're planning that one again this year.
nice.
We only have one stage.
What do you guys do for that? I've never heard of it.
So we only had one. Our first one was in
the
August.
inaugural.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, but we're already planning the next one here in August. I'm pretty fucking fired up about that one.
Yeah, it's fun.
And Mark's not here, so I can talk about who's locked in, right?
Yeah.
Hey-o.
Good.
Yeah.
Fire away.
So right now we've got Weapons, The Hour Hand, Northern Royals, and Exomerta, and Trader's Gate from Prince Albert. Those
That's
5 are
decent
in
lineup
the books
already.
right now
Sweet.
Cool.
to play. And then we were gonna. Well, I had messaged you, right? We were gonna do Clash at the Cap too.
Yeah.
And then that was kind of like an audition for a spot at Moose Fest.
Where-
Yeah.
And we had to postpone that. But we still plan on doing that, maybe like May or June. Maybe we're kind of not collaborating, co-hosting it, I guess, with Prehistoric Productions.
Right.
To do that, and Skull Creek Studios. So yeah, there's gonna be like, do you even know what we have for prizes for that?
I don't. I haven't talked to you guys about
Shit,
this
man.
stuff.
I know, right? So there's a lot. There's a spot at Moose Fest 2022. There's a video credit with Prehistoric Productions. There's a recording credit with
Yes.
Skull Creek Studios. You
I
knew that
about
one, right?
I knew about that.
There's some photography credit there. I can't remember the company though. A friend of Prehistoric. And some digital marketing there and like other stuff. It was like over.
It's a big one.
Oh yeah, it's a big pot, dude.
That's
Awesome.
awesome.
So yeah, you guys, I know you guys are already.
Well, that's why I said.
you're on that list.
I was
already.
saying earlier to these guys, I'm like, so we're on the podcast. That's like a bye to the final round, right?
It's exactly, but you're close. You're definitely close because
I'm just kidding. It's a fair competition.
no, it is. But truth be told, everybody playing at Moose Fest
Yeah.
has been a guest on the show.
Okay.
Like, if you haven't been on the show, you guys, like, get your ass on here if you want to play Moose Fest, because that's probably a good.
It's a nice lead in.
Yeah,
Nice lead in,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, we want to get to know you guys before you
I
guys
knew it.
come rocking.
I knew it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm freaking fired up about that. It's gonna be a good time.
When in August?
August 6th in
Okay.
Bellevue is where we're having it. So we have the stage we've got booked. I'm trying to remember the number. It's like, I don't know, an SL fucking A20 or I don't know what kind of. It's like one of those, the biggest outdoor stage that you can get.
Right.
Does any of that ring a bell to you?
I
have
never
a
knew.
picture
I don't
of
know
it,
the
but-
stage numbering.
I'll show you.
I don't know that
Yeah,
nomenclature. So.
I know, right? That's about how much I know of it too. There is an awesome fucking stage booked for that night too. We got some plans. It's still like in the process, in the working,
Yeah.
right? The only things that are for sure right now is we've got the stage, we've got the location,
Yeah,
we've
your
got
5
some
bands,
bands booked, and then the rest is all kind of like negotiable, right? So
Right.
we're doing a lot of outsourcing.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to deal with any of that shit, right?
No.
It's like I'll just help book it and everything, and then I want everything else to play itself out.
Well, when we were kids, I'm originally from Kindersley. Actually, everyone except Jordan is as well. Except, I don't know. Where are you from originally?
I'm from Saskatoon.
Michaela's from Saskatoon. Whatever.
But
And-
I spent my formative years in Kindersley.
There you
You
go.
know,
Right.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
10
And
to
so when we were
18.
kids, we started our own music festival as well. It was called Grilled Cheese-a-Palooza. Yeah, so it started in a backyard with like 15 kids. We were playing a dirty metal show because we were metal kids. And 15 kids in a backyard grilling grilled cheese on the barbecue, and then the next year was like 100 kids, and then the year after that was like 500.
Yeah.
You know, and then the year after that was like 1,000 in a baseball diamond and stuff. Yeah, it got big, so it's like I kind of know where you're coming from.
Right.
I gave up the reins of caring about that a long time ago. I was just there to play, right?
Yeah.
But people I know have done it before, and
dude.
seems like a lot of work, but it's like it was pretty sweet when you saw you were there on the day. You're like, holy shit, dudes, what did you do? Like, this is insane.
That's exactly how it is.
Parents are pissed, but the kids love it.
Exactly. Even when it got bigger too, it was like I don't think it was making money. So
didn't matter though. Didn't matter
because it was about just the community.
We didn't make
a
fucking penny last year, but we broke even.
Yeah.
So it was like that's a win, dude.
Yeah.
We'll get some more fundraising next year.
We had
just
great
such a
time.
good experience.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
They had like a little constitution or charter and pretty much said like it doesn't matter if you made money. It was about like the arts,
if
and
that's
it was
not
about,
what it's
like,
about.
It got to the point where they had to actually enact like, you know, I don't know what you would even call it, but like actual business strategy and like code of ethics crap. It got to that stage, which was awesome, but at the same time, me just being like, I just want to play a show. I think this is fun.
Yeah. Right.
Me as a performer, I'm like, I cannot bring myself to care about that, but other people were, and I was thankful for them, you know.
It's just Mark and myself doing this just because we're fans of music and who like you guys are and everything, right? And I'm not saying we're trying to like change everything with Moose Fest, but we're kind of trying to change some of it, right? Like I don't disagree with contract deals or any of that stuff, deposits. I'm totally okay with that, but sometimes that's just unnecessary. Right? It's like, so like last year, like there was no contract when we got League of Wolves. It was like fucking, it was a handshake deal. Like, do you guys want to come and play? We're trying to put this together. It was like, it's like, all right, what's your price? Let's fucking do this.
That's like all that we do. And it's like people we know well enough and trust well enough. And if you fuck us, well then we're not gonna like play for you again. Like it's not worth it. Like so.
Exactly. So that's kind of how last year's Moose Fest was.
Awesome.
So far, that's kind of how this year is going too. But I mean, I'm not saying I'm not going to do a contract. I mean, if one of the bands I previously mentioned wants one, like fuck here it is, because we've already got an agreement.
Some places just send you one. Like Chesterfest, we got like a legit contract, and like I've gotten like contracts before where. For like not super big festivals where they're like you're not allowed to play in like during festival season within 100 kilometers of Saskatoon, and I'm just like what during July and August like I don't think so. Like
joke my ass.
Sorry,
I got my vape charging behind you here.
Vape, you have the same vape as me, I saw.
Do I?
See the boys?
Oh,
the boys are rolling. See this? See this right now? Cut from the same cloth, me and this guy.
These guys are. They're a sponsor of the show, actually. Inspired Vapor Company.
So it's not quite the same. Let's check this out. Oh, it's fucking exact same. Caliburn.
It's just different color.
Caliburns. I'm Caliburning all the time.
So where did you get your vape?
Inspired vape.
No, that's pretty.
I love fucking using a code when you go in places. I got a couple codes. Like when my brow lady like does it, like we trade services. So like when I go in and book my appointment, it's like usually like $100 deposit. And I'm like, Mick trade, 100%. And it's like, And then like my friend like at Supplement World, she's like, use code Janessa10 for 10% off. I'll save some taxes. Absolutely.
Man, I'll save a penny anywheres, dude. I'm all about promo codes. Muse Canada is a new arts and entertainment media, connection, and support network. Skip the algorithms of social media and connect with other entertainment professionals across Canada. Sign up today for $5 a month or use promo code FunkyMoose2021 for 10% off. But yeah, no, Moose Fest is in Muse Canada too, so they actually highlight our episodes. Or they have been. I hope we continue to do it. They're fucking dope, man. There's some cool shit in there.
Hold on, total sidebar. You know what? The one thing that I was a little bit rattled about, and it probably is a reasonable thing, but at Chesterfest I couldn't vape in the beer gardens. I was like, bro, I need to vape in the beer gardens, and they were like, you got to get out of here with that. I'm like, do I though?
I would just
outdoors.
I think that was still when I was on the vape pen too. Yeah.
They're like, no, you gotta go.
So,
I was like, are you serious?
The Inspired Vapor Company fucking tent was in the beer gardens.
Yeah, it was too. Yeah.
And you couldn't vape in there?
No, they were rattled about vaping in there for sure.
Fuck out of here.
Interesting.
I had to leave the beer gardens. They were like tapping me on the shoulder, give me the whole brother.
Interesting.
You know? Yeah, no, I wouldn't say it ruined my time at all. I was totally fine, but I was a little, I was a little sad. I was a little sad.
Thank you so much, Chesterfest. We're so happy to be here. And you know, there's one thing we want to remind everybody of, that absolutely everything in this goddamn ocean of chaos that we are experiencing is merely just a hyperprojection of space and time. Everything that you perceive may be reality, but maybe it's not. I feel so high in the good eyes. Your love inside, I see morning come. Wake up, sunshine, all the highs in your bright eyes, I see morning come. I can feel it coming on you, feel it too. Manipulation, do that thing you do, waking nightmare. Strange signs are missing something. I've got bloodshot eyes. I'm unpacking all of the options. All of my dreams are wrapped up inside. So hot, cold sweat, I can't explain. Try to escape, we've all gone insane. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Come a little closer, I know that you want to. I'm packing all of the action, and all of my dreams are wrapped up inside. Malpractice, a state of mind. Malpractice, a state of mind. Tell me, am I too tired? Please, morning come.
So I think moral of the story is Chesterfest was trying to help me by not letting me vape in the beer garden.
There you go.
I think
Oh
that's
man, for sure.
That's what I took.
I had a brand new collab cartridge from like the weed store or whatever, and it was like a nice one. I spent like $60 on this fucking thing, and I lost it. Do you remember that in the car in the morning? And I was like, I don't know what to do. And I just remember like sitting at the fire because we fucking like slept in our cars like behind the main stage.
Yeah, I almost
like
drank
within
someone's
the
blood.
trees.
It was insane.
Yeah.
I was a vampire that night.
And I was
crazy.
sharing my vape with people and whatever, and I was like, fuck, like, guaranteed, if I left it out there, like, it's stolen. Like, this is like the time I left it at the Shorebird, and it just was gone forever. That's fine. But I go back, it was there on the picnic table. I was like, man, because it was one of the guys from the local group. Oh, fuck. What's his name?
The banjo guy?
Yes,
Jackson.
Yes, Jackson
yeah.
Lalonde.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. And Isabella. Was that her name?
That was the girl's name.
Yeah, I kept forgetting her name. I was very
They were going to get eaten that night. They didn't know that.
I was like, that's so nice. Like,
Faith in humanity.
yep.
was
I was
restored.
like, man, like, I wouldn't have stole someone's shit because I, like, know how that is. Like, karmic retribution right there. I was like, this is brand
It was quite
new.
a
And I needed
pure
it that
moment.
morning.
I was very drunk by that time.
We went for Humpties.
Me and Michaela came up there together, and like, I don't know what the hell happened. Did we leave first? No, Mike was nowhere to be found.
Yeah, Mike
Jordan
was
left
cool.
early. Paul left early.
Yeah, I had to drive home.
So Michaela and I
they
woke
left
up.
that night.
It's like, you know, it's just like a beautiful day, but we felt like garbage. But then we drove to where were we at? We drove to PA.
Drove to PA.
Drove to PA and had Humpties and fucking hit the road. And
I don't
clean as
think
the
I should have been
sunrise.
driving. I looked down at one point and I'm fucking ripping 140. I'm like, let's get home. Like, just so bad. I'm pretty sure I was going golfing later that day. Probably.
Yeah,
so
that's
dumb.
why you're in such a hustle. I
Yeah, I
think.
was
'cause you
like,
gotta
go
get
tea time. Like,
Holy hell.
Nice.
good stuff.
Chesterfest was dope. Moral story.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So let's steer it to the video on YouTube. Now,
There's a video on
Which
YouTube.
one?
there is. I'm just trying to remember the fucking name of it.
The tennis one?
Yes.
Like our music video? Like
Yes.
okay.
What's the name of that song? again?
Semi-Climatic?
Yes, exactly. So, can we talk about filming that video a little bit?
I wasn't there, so have
Hey,
at
you
her.
fucking...
Same, bro.
Hey, brother.
Yeah, you weren't even in the band at
I
that
wasn't-
time.
He wasn't even in the band at the time.
I wasn't
Yeah.
born at that time.
Jordan.
I was-
Jordan just hatched from his egg the other day.
Right on.
Little Jordan. Little dinosaur.
Okay, well, actually, before we get into that, then, so how long have you been with the band for?
That's a good question.
Feels like forever.
What is it like?
I still remember your little fucking email you sent us. I talk about it all the time.
You had one of the nicest little
What did I
auditions I've ever
send?
seen.
Oh man, it was like 2020.
Mhm.
It was just the start of 2020, pre-pandemic,
Panny.
of January. We
Pre-panny.
were doing auditions, and we were like, "Do you want to play in an established alt rock band? Like, send us a fucking email." So he did, and he's like,
I didn't
"Hi
even
there."
see. I didn't even find the post. Like, I don't use Facebook. My mom was
I
like,
bet you we still
"They're
have
looking
the
for a
email.
drummer. Jordan, they're looking for a drummer."
I bet you we still have the email. We could just like read it word for word.
Man, your mom.
You down for a little?
Your mom is loaded dead.
I probably can.
I don't know what it is, but I
It was
know
great.
I will cringe.
I was kind of just, it was one of
I
those
will
things where I was
cringe.
like, I felt like just this thing right from your message. I was like, you know what? I think this kid, I think
was
this
like-
is it.
I think I was like fresh out of high school, so I probably just talked about like all
Potential
the shit,
drummer.
all the shit I did in
Dreams and
high school.
ambitions.
Like, yeah, I was like,
I got
I was
it.
in high school band.
It show initiative.
Man, you're a resume? You had a resume?
It sounds like the fuck. Here, wait. Let's hear the.
Yeah,
So
let's hear it.
it was,
I'm
would you like to
ready
read
now.
it from your own voice?
No, I
He really does.
It was, hey there, my name is Jordan
Hey there.
Ahmed, and I'm reaching
Hey
out
there.
to learn more about the potential drummer position in your band. I really love the sound of your group and would love to contribute what I can to your music. I'm a first-year university student with no idea what I'm doing studying science. I've been playing percussion for roughly 5 years now, with a few years' experience on the bass guitar and upright bass as well. Played a wide variety of different musical genres, including Dixieland, jazz, rock, funk, ska, drumline, and a little metal. I would love to learn more about the audition process and how to incorporate my musicality into your band. Please respond at your earliest convenience. Thanks for your time.
Holy
I
heck.
was like,
Wow.
this
Yeah.
guy
Oh, wait.
knows.
Yeah.
I was like, I love this. Like, this is so
Yeah.
nice. Like, I'm a university student with no idea what I'm doing studying
Right.
science. I'm like,
I got you on my team
the
right already, right now.
That sounded like I was applying to like an office job.
Oh, I loved it. Oh, my phone
But
just
he was
died.
our
Perfect
first
timing.
edition too. And
So,
yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
When was that
we-
email?
2020. So like early January.
Yeah.
Because that's when Brady told us in the new year that, like, right before the new year that.
Yeah, our old
Yeah.
drummer, he got married, he was going to have a kid, he's going back to university and crap, and he didn't think he could do it. And we love Brady Kerwin till the end of time. Like, he's still.
We love you, Brady.
Yeah.
We love you, Brady. But yeah, Paul, you explain. How did you see it? Because I can't remember exact details.
Well,
I have a bad
he was our first audition.
of the day.
Oh, I was the first one.
Oh,
Yeah.
meanwhile, we thought we had an audition process. It was total horseshit. It was just like, just get a bunch of, we'll get some drummers, and I'm going to make them run through this little thing and see if they can hang, you know. It was so fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
But also, really, we got them to play through
just
2
jam.
of our songs.
Yeah.
And then do, like, and then we're going to throw a cover at you that we know, and
Right.
then you see how you play along to that cover.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we'd like maybe a different, like, flair vibe.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think
See what
that's a
they're naturally
bullshit
drawn
process.
to.
When it came
Yeah.
down to picking the drummer, that was a fucking dumbass bullshit process. We were putting, like, 4 of one name in a hat, like...
I had no idea what we were doing.
How does this work?
We got to a point where we were like, well, we really like these 2, and started fucking drawing names.
This
like,
is a new thing for me. How am I supposed to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think Jordan won our hearts from the start.
Oh, he was.
Just the quietest little like beat, like, and
Still.
we're used to fucking like Brady would come down and go like, what the bat? And you'd be like, your ears would just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you're like, okay, we're settled in now, and that just didn't happen.
Yeah, Jordan was like a much more jazz oriented, like lower key, and like me especially being the bass player, I'm a shithead like that. I'm like, the drummer, if I can't hook up with the drummer, then we're fucked, because I hate my life. So that was one of the things at the auditions. I'd be like, "Okay, can you play loud? Can you play quiet? Like, can we get some dynamic range?" And like, you know, lots of guys could, or they couldn't, or they did it well or not as well.
Right.
Jordan, he had dynamic range out the ass, but he wasn't our first pick, and that's all my fault because like,
Yeah.
well, so we picked another guy, and he was like technically at the audition. He showed the most technical like promise. Like he could technically take the band anywhere that they needed to go, just like technicality wise. And me just being the type of bass player I am, I guess I was like, oh well, I see the potential of just like, oh, we could get this guy to like push it any way we needed to go.
And I'm a vibe person, and I was like, I don't know. Bro.
So they went with my opinion, which is, you know, fuck, what are you gonna hold it against me? Like,
No, because now we got some good stories.
yeah. So anyway,
It's
so
great.
we tried that guy out for a while, and it was good. It was just like, you know, it ended up being just too much. The technicality didn't cover for other aspects that we were maybe we'd be more comfortable with and happy with as an end result. So then we got Jordan back on the horn, and
I was like, I think we gotta do it.
Yeah.
Like, we got messages, kid.
and he showed up, and he was
Because
just
it's
a
one
butte
thing,
wagon.
like, so for, like, honestly, like, we could talk about it. Like, you're in our group now. It's like, so one thing, it was like, okay, maybe for you didn't have as much, like, confidence in the setting that we were putting you in.
Right.
Which
But it's like, that is so teachable. It's like, you're the most coachable, awesome, like, person to be around. And, yeah, it's just
And
great.
now that he's like in here, and he just slipped right in like he was always there.
Family.
Like, I feel like I've known
Family.
Jordan since he was born. It's weird.
You have.
Like I said, he hatched the other
I
day.
hatched the day before the audition.
The day of the email.
He packed his way out of his shell the day before, and
You're like your dad's Pokeball.
Deploy piece of shit.
but now that he's in here, it's like all those technical things that I was like saw in the other guy. Now it's like Jordan's pushed the music in in equally like tasteful way
Right.
that like
Awesome.
you know like it's like in a totally, and now I feel more comfortable than like, well, obviously again, love Brady to death, but like I feel more comfortable now than ever probably.
Right.
Yeah.
Got Jordan. I don't know how he, like I said, he was hatched. It's weird, but now it's beautiful.
So how was it for you? How, like, be honest about how you were feeling when you came in for that audition.
I mean, nervous because I think just based on the email too, I was taking it way like really formal.
Yeah.
When it's like, because like I don't know these guys, they weren't they weren't buds yet, so I was pretty nervous. I I felt like it went pretty well, but yeah, I'm a pretty quiet dude, so I feel like it's hard to like, I don't know, it's hard to get to know me in,
Right.
you know, an hour and a half or whatever.
Yeah.
So I wasn't like super surprised that the original pick wasn't me.
Aw.
But I was like, I was
Okay,
happy when you started
jams.
inviting me to jams again. But then I was like, hold on, what's the deal with the other guy? Are you are you cheating on him? Like, and like it was like 4 jams in where I had come and like hadn't asked about what was happening with the other guy, and I was like, I finally asked, and they're like, "Oh, we didn't tell you yet." Yeah, you're in. I'm like, "Oh, okay."
You just like think you're gonna get kicked out at any moment. Like, no,
So-
dude, get in.
Yeah, it was good. Definitely, like, it was. I was nervous at first, but we played like a thing in Michaela's backyard for
yeah, Jay's birthday.
Yeah.
Birthday party.
That was the first time we played a show with you?
yeah.
Wow.
And I was just
gotcha.
super chill because I met like a bunch of all of your guys' friends, and
Yeah.
it was playing to a crowd of like
30.
yeah,
Yeah.
small crowd of familiar faces to
Yeah.
you guys, and like
Yeah.
everybody was super supportive. So yeah,
Right.
the transition got really easy like after a few jams. Yeah.
Were you playing like so? Who were you playing with prior to that? Like I know that you were in school and university and everything, but like who were you jamming with prior?
I mean, I've been in no like established bands. I've jammed with like buddies from high school
Right.
since high school.
Yeah.
I still jam with them a bunch, but yeah, no band that's played really
Like
crazy
30-person
stuff. I played this
backyard
like
party.
I played this like Dixieland jazz group that actually played like a fair number of gigs. We played at like the Besbro for this event. We played at like Bud's on Broadway. Busked a few times around downtown.
Right.
But yeah, aside from that, this was like the first group that I.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Feels good, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah, you guys.
And now we're actually getting back into a zone where we're like, welcome to like what we've actually wanted you to be a part of. Like,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
just like, let's play my backyard, your backyard.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, because the timing, so that would have been January 2020,
Yeah.
which was like right
How old are you? Were you
pre-COVID,
18?
like right
Yeah.
after
And
the
we,
fuck show,
like,
right?
Yeah, I was 18.
Just
when
for
I joined, I wasn't
easeability,
Yeah.
the old guy, we kind of just like, we had that our last show was the Juno show that Trelapa was putting on
Okay.
at Bud's.
Oh yeah, right before.
It was
Yeah,
Juno
and
Mix.
just for
It's Juno
easeability, we kept the other guy just because it was like, fuck it, like, you know,
Yeah.
the songs, you can play through the set, it'll be what it'll be. But honestly, like, there was going to be some important people at that show. Like, I can't remember who I was talking to, but they're like, oh, Dine Alone Records was supposed to be here tonight, and no, they're not. And I'm just like, but you know what, everything's meant to be sometimes. Like, or not everything, but things are meant to be sometimes
Right.
where that's not the best representation, perhaps, that we were at the time, because now we didn't have our family member Brady, and now we have him, who's exactly like family, just like Brady was. So it's like,
Right.
even like the new shit that we are doing, it's just like,
Yeah, musically we're
what's going on? Like, that's real good. I always like when someone's like, oh, you play. Okay, this is where I come from. When someone tells you that they play in a band, sometimes you feel like, hey, yeah, everybody and their dog plays in a band. Yeah,
right?
sure. Okay,
Yeah.
buddy. So I don't often tell people that I play in one, and I'll
Right.
like slide into conversation, and then when they listen to it, they're like, excuse me, why aren't you being like more supportive of yourself? But I'm finally at a point where like I no longer say like, yeah, we're not shitty, to yeah, we're pretty good. Like, we're actually we're pretty
We
good.
know what you guys
Yeah.
are. That's actually
Yeah.
one conversation we had. What we were talking about was like one of the more, I guess, lack of a better word, insulting things somebody could say after a show is like, actually, you were pretty good. Right? Actually, you were pretty good. Well, what the fuck did you expect? Like, I'm up here and I'm doing it, and I've been doing it for so long. Like, we're better than just actually we're pretty good.
There was a time where, you know, and it's a good idea to just like temper your own expectations for what you've been able to achieve so far. Like, I would never go out of my way to be like, yeah, we're fucking dope, man, because that's like such a shitty foot to stand on. Like, now you're automatically, you have to defend that to the end of time. You made a bold claim, bro. So it's like the whole time, it's like there was a time when literally I was like, yeah, like we're doing a thing. But now we've gotten to like a really tight little point, and especially lately songwriting, I've probably never felt a better creative flow. That's sidebar. But lately, it's like we're just like I am able to say, yeah, no, it's decent, like for sure. It's not like I don't know, yeah, we're putting together a thing. Now it's like we're at a point right now, especially where it's like, no, I'm pumped, like I'm jacked up.
Right.
We're writing music.
You said sidebar though, but like,
yeah,
I'm interested in that.
The sidebar.
Yeah, like
I don't remember what was the sidebar.
You're talking
We're in this weird
Lately, I don't know what it is, but like
you
I
could
said,
have called it 222 Tuesday. That like
you choose me.
Lots of energy, bro.
No, lately,
is it a new drummer? Is it a new process of things? Is it a different?
Yeah, what changed?
Approach to songwriting?
It's more or less like I was saying to Paul earlier specifically, because Paul and I are in another band, and it's like you get into this rhythm sometimes, and then you get in. I exist in a state of writer's block like 85% of the time. So when you hit like a beautiful creative vein that you can mine through eternity, all the sounds you're making are like very organic and like nice sounding, and like in the creative zone that you think you should be heading. If you hit that vein of ideas, you mine the shit out of that. And right now we've been in a creative flow state. We finished a song the other day, which sometimes will take us a month or a couple months.
Yeah, we were feeling really
it
good.
took us like 2 hours.
It took us like 3 or 4 jams of like 2 hours.
I was literally
But the
playing
newest
one little
one,
thing,
like-
and then they were like, "Hey, what was that?" I was like, "Oh, it was just nothing. It was just no, like what was that? That was something." And then it
that was
eventually
last night.
flushed out
Or
into a full
Tuesday
song.
night.
You had a theme.
Yeah.
And everyone kind of gave input, and then it developed from there. With
Yeah.
each person.
Oh, like a melody theme that would start
Yeah.
with just keys saying that just catches someone's ear in the right way that you're like, oh shit, hang on to that for a
And is
minute,
that
and then
customary for you guys to have a riff or
Yep.
a theme?
I'd
and
say
everyone
so.
goes
we
on it?
start with
Yeah,
riffs.
that's kinda
We start
yeah.
with riffs.
You
Yeah.
don't
Some
start with
theme.
lyrics.
No.
I find that
usually.
so rare,
Yeah.
Yeah.
especially
Really?
with rock bands.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I
Interesting,
almost-
yeah,
I
no.
don't know many bands.
I
that
can't think
start
of
with
lyrics unless I
lyrics.
have like some sound, because
Oh,
I'm
no,
like,
that's what
well,
Aspen's
what
saying.
kind of like
Yeah.
thing am I gonna want to like
Yeah.
do?
Yeah,
You were
Like, so what
saying
type of
earlier about
words?
vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vibe is so important
Yeah.
and significant because
Yeah.
you need the starting point for everything to establish itself.
And
move
sometimes
from
a
there.
sound
Yeah.
can even just give you like, oh, like that
Yeah.
reminds me of this,
Like
like
one
a
totally.
moment
One
in
note off
time,
the keyboard or
like-
something, and it's like, oh
Yeah.
shit, that
Yeah.
caught
Yeah.
me in my weird history of music brain. Right,
taking me
right
here.
back there.
Would I be way off to say, like, when I hear especially some of your newer songs, they feel like Tame Impala-esque?
There's a
Is
lot.
that
There
a
could be
compliment, or is that like a no, that's not?
Oh no.
Oh no, that's
like
pretty
they're-
accurate.
electro,
I don't-
psych, rock.
Depends on who you
Yeah.
ask, but
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
no, I don't. I like
'Cause I
Tame
love
Impala.
that.
They're
Yeah.
quite
And that's
good.
what I feel in it. That's what I hear in it that appeals to me.
Oh, nice.
But I know what
Cool.
that's like for people
Yeah.
to say, you sound like this, or I hear this in your music, and I'm kind of like.
But there's
Yeah,
like
no,
there's
but we
so
sound
many,
like
but it's just like
cringing a little bit,
perceptions
but
of
I'm like,
yourself.
thank
It's
you.
like yeah, it's
But
we do it a
sometimes
lot.
I'm like, awesome, I'm so
Oh,
glad
yeah,
I heard
yeah.
that.
There's
Because
definitely some
I put that
inspiration
in there,
there,
you know?
yeah.
We do it a lot too, where we're like, oh, this like song is starting to remind me of like such and such a group or a
Yes.
band. You know, like
Yeah.
I don't think we take it as it's like, oh, it just has this cool vibe to it. It reminds me of this or that. You know.
And then I start stealing ideas.
There you go.
Yeah, like the song that we did like 6 hours to finish this song, which is insane for us. Like that pace is not heard of before. But so then I'm like, oh, it kind of reminds me of Deftones. So then we start like, oh, what about that part in a Deftones tune? And I'm like, oh, that's perfect for this song. Like,
Yeah. Oh, we're at a bridge. Might as well do the classic.
do the Deftones thing, you know? Like,
Fucking A.
but it worked like a goddamn charm. Oh my
Nice.
god! And like Mike says, just Tuesday night starts playing a piano riff, and it's just like, well, there's our summer hit. Like,
Yeah, it's
put it
honestly
together.
insane how fast that came together.
It's amazing.
And so that was just the other night too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're that usually, and like I'm saying, that's
any,
the
like any snippets.
I exist in 85% writer's
We
block.
could cut
and
it
then
out.
Yeah.
You could
End
just
up
show them
like-
Something
Yeah.
out of
just-
nowhere being able to write the shit out of some shit
Yeah.
in no
Do you
time.
guys feel like that moment was you had a flow state kind of thing?
That's
Where
flow.
people
Oh, yeah,
just-
That's
sure.
flow.
You were
Yeah.
in sync, and you're like, let's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
catch
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because like
That's
within
exactly
an
what it
hour,
is.
there was like pretty much like a song form to like a
Yeah.
pretty
Like,
decently
something
good
pretty
sounding
cool.
song. Like it
Have
was
things
ridiculous.
spilled over since then, where you kind of think like, let's keep that going, let's keep the momentum.
That's what I'm saying. It
Yeah.
seems like we've hit this
Yeah.
creative vein that I rarely hit. So it's like we're mining
Right.
the shit out of it.
That's
Right
awesome.
now. Yeah. No, it's
Nice.
cool. Feeling
So
good.
okay, so when's the what? How long has it been since the last time you guys released a song?
When was Project Mastermind?
Like fucking end of 2020.
Right. So it's been a couple of years.
Yeah.
And then the stuff that you guys are currently working on
year.
right now, like, is that close to being released or not even? Or
We
we can talk about that, right?
We've
We
got
can
2
talk about
tracks recorded that are ready for mixing.
Yeah.
We're gonna release one as a single sometime this spring.
Yep. We sent one away to be mixed by Ryan Anderson.
okay.
See what he wants to do, see what he can do with it. Because, we usually do everything in house. So even for
Paul,
us, like,
Big
so
Dog
Paul does
Paul.
it all.
Oh,
Yeah. So it's hard to let go of them
Yeah.
to somebody
Fuck
else.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, that was the other thing too. Lately, it's like we were like, "Holy
Oh, really?
fuck!" For the first time
We
in our
could do a
career as a
teaser.
band,
Yeah.
we had
Yeah,
like
we could
enough
do-
songs of just our own songs to play a whole set.
Yeah.
Right? You know, when
Yeah.
you hit that stage as a band, you're like, "Oh my god, I feel like a million."
Right. Instead of having to
Have
throw
you
in a
throw
cover.
in covers
or yeah.
which I love playing covers. Like
Yeah, they're just fun.
that's my favorite thing to do in the world. But it's like when you go to see a band, they're throwing in covers. You're kind of like, But then now that we've got like we play an entire set of just our own music, I'm like, I feel like $1 million.
Feels good.
Oh, it's
Fuck
the
yeah,
best
man.
feeling in the world. When you got
Yeah.
2 albums or whatever worth of material, you're gold.
That's
You can cycle that for eternity.
no doubt.
Yeah, you're dialed then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. So how long has, like, when did the Radiant begin? Like, how long has the Radiant been a band, a thing?
Oh, well,
We
were Soft Cotton
Yeah.
first.
Soft Cotton?
Yeah.
Yep. So that was first. And that was when like what I started doing it solo. Like
That was like Grilled Cheese of Blues at 2. Grilled Cheese of Blues
So
at 2.
2011?
Michaela
2011.
played a set.
Yeah,
Of
2011
her
or
own
2012, one of those years. And then I was just like solo acoustic shit. And then I hired musicians for a while.
Yep.
And then that was like a weird vibe. And then you guys were actually like, why do you keep paying people? Why don't you just dance like your friends?
Because we were all from Kinnersley. I've known Michaela since she was
Yeah,
like
and-
17, right? And
we
Paul and
were
I have been playing
doing
music
shit
together
anyway
forever.
and hanging out and playing music together in like other ways, like cover bands and everything.
Yeah, and shit
so
like that.
yeah, we did that. And then Brady, we needed a drummer because Roger Mercier was our drummer for a while. And that was probably 2014 when Roger was playing with us. 2014,
And he's a beaut.
2015. Yeah, he's awesome. But
beaut
he was like,
wagon of a dude.
I'm going to the cruise ship.
Yeah.
So
He was
we
like
did
working
that.
as a professional.
Yeah.
paid
Oh, that's
musician.
awesome.
Drummer on cruise ship. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That was around the time when I joined in too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you played with Roger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was like he's awesome. So yeah, he played, and
Actually,
then when he left, I was like, what am I gonna do? And I didn't know any drummers, like a couple people here and there, but they weren't quite committed. And I was like, Brady Kerwin came up on my People You May Know, and I met him when I was like 12 years old at my lake, and I knew he was in like a pop punk band back in the day, and like I was like, I'm just gonna shoot him a message. I know he plays drums, and I'm just gonna see what happens. And he's
Right.
like, you know what? Yes, I'm not playing in that other band. This sounds like a great thing. And yeah, he played with us for like 5 years.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
So, and that was Soft Cotton into the Radiant, because around 2018, because that's where this question started, around 2018, we were like, I didn't feel like Soft Cotton represented us anymore as we started writing new music.
Yeah,
it
when we
was
started writing together.
yeah, exactly. It wasn't just my acoustic songs built for a band, or like
Right.
a band that
With a
came
band
in.
that jumped in.
We
on
started
it.
adding more
Yeah.
instrumentation too, which started like changing the genre.
Yeah,
Right.
And
exactly.
you were saying before about the Tame Impala, like I'm not opposed to that because there's a lot of times there where I was like, oh, like we'd cover the less I know is the better, or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, that was
Yeah, we so that definitely had a little flavor in there for sure.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
redo this. Like, if we're going to be serious about building this big and doing it as a group, like, I'm sick of being this Soft Cotton and this entity of what I started as, and let's do it as a family.
Well,
Right.
the whole sound of everything had changed,
just
by
changed.
that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of those songs, it was
Way
funny that he
beyond.
said, like, the reason I brought that up was because it was the less I know, the better.
Yeah.
And it was like, that's a great song.
It's the best.
Yeah.
It's the hottest little bass lick.
Sorry, my ramble.
Good one.
No, I thought it was legit.
Everyone's got an opinion, right? So you have to kind of just make up your own mind about what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's good that you moved on because now it's like 8-9 years of like us like playing as like a solid group. We like really know how to vibe with each other. So
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
that's
You
like
can just wear it as armor.
Yeah.
now.
exactly.
You know, you took that and just
Yeah.
I got everyone's tricks figured out. I'm like, I know what they're gonna do. I'll start playing that too. Like I got, I already know what you're gonna do. Yep.
no, it's good.
But the sound, that was a big thing. That's why we had to do the name change, because it didn't make sense. It's
Right.
not cotton
Yeah, it
anymore.
was a completely different entity.
Completely
right?
different, yeah.
100%.
So then you
Deadhead, because we played Ness Creek at Soft Cotton. That was like one of our last big shows.
Is that when we were getting rained on? No, that was the other one.
Yes, it was.
We were getting rained on?
Yeah, the fucking cord got rained on, and you were like, well, maybe
Straight
Michaela, if we
keyboard
didn't
rained
carry
on.
it in a cardboard box.
The cork. You know, speaking of the cork, that was like the instrument that was kind of changing everything. We
Yeah,
like,
'cause
bought
you-
this
Lots of
cork,
stuff.
and we're
Lots of
using it in a
keys.
lot of covers, and it was like,
From
oh, we got
saxophone.
this like, you know, cork sound, you know, this like synthy sound. It's like, ooh, we really like this. Then we started writing music for this, and we're like, okay, well, this is definitely not soft cotton. This is something else. This
Right.
is some other beast.
Mhm.
And then we're like, we
It's like,
can't
can't
wait to
call it
get
this
into
anymore.
this. And then yeah, it's just been like, I'm excited though because I used to play the saxophone before, and now
There's a
we're
lot of
like,
sax before.
there's a lot of
Traded
saxophone
for
and soft
synth a lot.
cotton, and then I went on to the keyboard, and I really like to play the saxophone because I went to university for music
Yeah.
education, and I did my saxophone there, so I just love playing it. And now we're finally finding opportunities to like incorporate it into our new sound too, and it's just like amazing because it's like, whoa,
Yeah.
I'm like really inspired by like saxophone solos of like 70s rock music
Yeah.
too, so I'm like, now I get to kind of like try to
Fuck yeah.
Get it
embody
in
and
there.
emulate
Yeah.
that. It's like, it feels awesome. Like this next record we're doing, there's a sax solo on it.
Oh,
I was
it's
like
deadly.
super
Deadly.
pumped about
Yeah,
it.
it's fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Mhm.
We were just talking about saxophones today.
You were.
Holy shit.
It's a unique instrument.
Saxophone.
Love sitting
And
on
when
me
you go
some
to see a rock
saxophone.
band, you don't think, I'm going to see a saxophone today.
Right?
It's
Yeah.
so cool when you broke it out at Chesterfest, because like as the drummer, there's really not a lot that I like notice in the crowd. Like I'm staring at your guys' backs and a lot of lights. Like I rarely see
Right.
crowd reactions, but I'll catch glimpses. But like when you're like getting ready with your sax, like there's like people like,
Yeah.
what is that? What's going
It's
on?
a
Like,
treat, man.
yeah.
It really is. It's like, yeah.
And
you
it's-
don't even have to play it. Just
Yeah.
fucking have it on the stage, and everyone's like, oh.
But it's cool that we
sound
can-
different.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, man.
It's cool that we can incorporate it like naturally though. Like it's not just to get like it is like it catches people's attention, but it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's I don't know.
There's
It
more to
fits
it
very
than
well, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's super cool. Yeah.
Yeah, really want to do it justice, you know, like put a saxophone in right and like, you know, just take it to town, you know.
Fucking A, dude.
Yeah.
I love that.
I mean, I love the saxophone. Mine, it's like a gold matte finish. It's like not your typical. It looks like it's spray painted, but it looks really nice. And then I have a vocal pedal that I actually use with it too, so like can like make harmonies with myself and like give myself different like effects. And so I'm really just like exploring with that. And it sounds
Interesting.
really cool.
Hell yeah. Pedals for a saxophone.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. I'm not a musician, like at all. I don't fucking play. I don't sing. I don't do anything. But so the reason why I'm so passionate about music, I guess what I'm leading into, is that my mom used to sing, like growing up and stuff. She was like big into country. She helped do like the Country North Show in Prince Albert when I was growing up and stuff. All she ever did was like all the time. She was karaokeing, like she was practicing, right, all the time. So in my younger years, which was why I kind of like pushed country music away. But in my older years now, it's just I have a much higher respect for the industry, for the music, for the musicians, for everything about it. Everything about it I love. It could be the worst fucking song in the world, and I will just love it. Just because of but seriously, because of the passion that's put into it, and like you had said, just fucking do it. Like, who cares what people think, and put it out there. I feel that takes so much courage to be able to do that and get out there. I don't remember why I was going on that rant, but it was about saxophone. But to be able to put that in there, I guess, like, I just have an admiration and a big respect for you to be able to do that, man. And I gotta go back and listen to some more tracks because I want to hear it now for sure.
Listen to Soft Cotton.
Yeah,
Saxophone's on Soft Cotton
can
right
we
now.
find any Soft
on
Cotton?
Spotify.
Is it?
And,
Yeah.
yeah. She's out there, and fucking Inebriated has like 2,500 like listens or something like that.
That is
Because Landon
legendary
one,
stuff.
like the year it came out, literally just let it play on repeat for 48 hours.
Yeah, so it was like a ball farm. A ball
he's like-
Wow.
yeah, we
Well,
farmed it.
lots of them are fake, but whatever.
We were
The
It all
cents
counts,
in my
it all
bank
counts.
account
It all
are.
counts.
that's, like
The digital world is full of all
fucking
that.
it's
Oh, yeah.
insane.
I thought you guys were talking about our rap career when I first came up here.
Oh no. Oh,
Wait, you guys did some rap too?
We
Oh,
did.
no.
Let's hear about this.
Oh my god.
Evan and
I gotta
I
hear about it.
Okay,
have.
so yeah, Michaela and I, we got a
Mixie!
Mixie, baby. We got so Paul and I are in another band called the Basement Paintings. One of the guys in that band, his name's Justin. He's a guitar player. We got super dialed in on this idea that like you could just, in order to use all your full creative power, it doesn't have to fit into just that. You can't that one project. If you have enough creativity to like go in a different direction that wouldn't fit this project, start a new project and start doing this. So we're like, just creative output, trying to maximize creative output. So then he was like, he got jacked up about his MIDI and his Ableton. Throw together some dank ass rap beat, and like we come over.
SoundCloud.
Yeah, SoundCloud Vibe Storm. The S is a $, of course. Vibe Storm. Yeah. Vibe Storm. So check out Vibe Storm, and Mixie's been in on it. It's a lot of fun. You just make gangster ass beats.
The link to that's in the description to this video, guys.
Yeah, be forewarned. Like viewer discretion is advised.
69-420.
Yeah. So it's gangster shit. Is all I'm saying. Yeah.
Dude, that's like. Do you guys listen to rap?
Not really. Tim listens to rap. Michaela does.
And then my partner Justin as well. His name is different Justin.
Yeah, Tim and Justin
loves rap. Right. In fact, like when we started dating, I was like, it's only progressive or metal or Boston or folk. And then he's like, you're kind of a fucking snob, Mick. Like you don't have, you've never given anything I like a chance. Like just give it a fucking chance. Like you'd probably actually really like it. And I'm just like, whatever. Just gave it a bit of a chance, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, what are you sampling? Like you hear this old jazz tune in there? And he's like, yeah. I do. Like it's like so it was nice to be kind of slapped in the face to just go out in there and enjoy other things, and because everything takes so much talent depending on what you're doing. Like I'm sorry if you say that DJs, if you plug in like your iPod and you press play, no, you're not a DJ. I'm sorry if you're like live sampling shit and like putting things together and like even like in a mix, like I don't know how to do that. So do you? So like, no, don't say that person's a glorified iPod.
Right.
Like that's just not how it goes. So
a lot of DJs too that just press play, I feel like they do so much of their work behind the scenes though.
So much.
I kind of learned that too. That I was like,
there's quite a bit of production in the background.
It's like no, they spent hundreds of hours creating that piece of art before
creating
they
a mix.
Right. They still made it.
Yeah, and they may have not went through
and now they're
bunch
just
of vinyl
presenting
sample pieces, but they maybe did go through libraries of samples
of sounds,
or made their own with their own instruments. Like that is an amazing art form in and of itself too.
I think, that's the thing though. You got to find the people who do that amount of effort of work to do that. Because I feel like I don't know. You might be right completely that like it's like 80% of people are putting those hundreds of hours.
Yeah.
But I was guessing that it wasn't that high. I bet you it's like 60%.
Maybe it's
I don't know though. So
it's hard to tell.
Yeah, it is hard. I don't know. My ear doesn't work that way. I guess I'm dumb. I'm blind to that.
I was trying to think of how somebody who does that, because it is like you said, it is an art because they're putting the time in to create that song.
Yeah.
But how do you present that as a show, right? Like
I think
instead
it's
of
more
just
about,
fucking pushing play. Like
it's
what do you
more
do?
about the lights. And the pyro and whatever. That's more of what the show is, and less about performing your instrument.
But I see them like rocking the faders and shit, and like giving like a filter sweep or something.
Really
no, there's some filters like there's some filter sweep.
But I don't know if you guys feel this way, like especially like with League of Wolves and stuff. But like even with playing your instrument, like or singing, that's not enough anymore. That doesn't keep people's attention anymore because like we think of what TikTok fucking promotes 7-second videos. Now that's people's attention span.
Right.
And you want to stay relevant to any person who that's kind of what they're doing every day. Well, you have to have that like quick like brain response for someone, whether it's a quick changing visual or a cool light show it bothers me.
Do you let that affect your writing and your creative process, or is it kind of like you're just not thinking about it at all, or are you just cognizant of it to a certain degree and then use that with your creative process?
I'd probably say I'm pretty aware of it, especially when I think of like vocally maybe what I like say a lot of our songs are about, or a lot of what our show's vibe lately has been maybe like with the whole state of the world like type dystopian thing, because like that's kind of a part of it. Like
But
we're
even
all
when you arrange a song,
yeah.
do you have in mind like, okay, we need something
Oh.
new interjected into that arrangement?
No,
I don't
like,
think consciously.
I think-
not
yeah.
really.
Not
No.
Well, like
No,
not
I
off
think
the first take wouldn't be, but then we'd
Yeah.
be like, oh no, clearly there needs to be a bridge somewhere in
Yeah.
there. Like, oh,
But we're not just like-
something's
So
missing.
it's not
We're not
priority,
throwing
but
stuff
you're
in
aware.
just
No,
to like throw like
Yeah.
people's
No.
attention. We're like, I think it's always for the music. Like
yeah.
Yeah.
if it needs something, we'll hear it and
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
like start
good at
doing new
picking
stuff.
that
But
up.
it's not like, oh, people are gonna get bored of this thing, so we better throw in a new thing. It's like
Yeah.
if it sounds good, like
Yeah.
So there's more or less a balance of like, you want to create the art you want to make, but also you're not going to write an 11-minute song
Hey,
that
Yeah,
goes
that's what the
nowhere
other
with
bands
no
do.
dynamic.
that's what
Yeah.
the other bands
Absolutely,
for.
I'd write
just to
that.
promote a stage show or
Yeah.
like no, exactly.
Yeah, like Paul and I, though, our band, the Basement Pangs, that's
Yeah.
it's the exact opposite. It's like make it
It's all
as,
jam.
as long and as intricately, tightly put together.
Cool.
That's that 11 minutes is like a standard Basement Pang song. So,
Wow.
but it's different. You know, it's for different people almost,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. Like the Radiant to me is more like free thinking, but also just fun loving people. Whereas
Yeah.
the Basement
Mhm.
Pangs is like, I am a person who needs some ambience and some like just background life
Right.
track, going some kind of exploratory like all instrumental music.
Like explosions in the sky or something.
Yeah,
like that.
something like that. Yeah, like if it's lots of maybe not as thrashy though. It's like
Okay.
it's like a proggy space rocky thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But with the Radiant, it's like I can't help but flavor some of the Radiant with that. So it's like I do have some, especially lately, some crossover between the two bass tones,
Yeah.
between the two bands. So then I bring that to the Radiant, and like Mike, especially with Mike adding synth rather than sax, you got a lot more like electro, feely, Tame Impala, synthy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it became like a synth psychedelic project, and
Like
that's
you-
where we're at today.
You
Yeah.
guys seem very like serious about even like your bass tone. And
Oh
things
man,
like that.
that's all I care about.
And like switching. From
I don't care about anything.
switching from sax to like keyboards and
Yeah.
stuff like that, right?
Mhm.
Like, are you guys all essentially part of writing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very much
Oh,
so.
yeah.
yeah.
We don't
Is
even,
there-
we don't write shit unless there's all five of us here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be like one person brings some riff or something to
Yeah.
a jam, and it's like let's
That's
just
a
work off
vibe
that.
I haven't felt in a while,
Typically
you know?
brings a song to the band.
I don't
Yeah.
think any of us have individually written a whole song. On
Well,
our own.
I almost
Oh,
wrote
well-
Deadhead. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
like I wrote like a lot of how it would be all pieced together, but like
Right,
it's
yeah.
nothing until you have all the layers.
Yeah,
But
I had like an
I mean,
idea
yeah.
in mind for like
Oh, Smooth Parts
for
was pretty
smooth
much,
parts,
yeah.
and then like, but I had a hard time like making it all come together without the help of everyone.
you get five
But
brands
like,
on it.
I was like, I even have lyrics, and I was like kind of excited because like I don't really write lyrics, and
yeah,
it was, like,
Michaela's generally.
and then Michaela's like, I like those, and here's how we can make it even better. And it was like
Nice.
sweet, and I fucking loved what she did with it, and
Yeah.
that was like sweet. So I'm glad to have everyone here to like,
yeah.
and like sometimes you bring something together. It's like it's just not cutting. It's it's good because we're close friends. It's not personal. It's all professional.
Yeah, that's
You know?
that's true. That's a big thing too, because like people when they're like they're self-conscious about their art up until that point. I've been playing guitar since I was like 14. I'm like, man, at this point I know what I do, and I do what I do the best that I've gotten so far in my lifetime.
Yeah.
I'm at currently, since I've been doing it so long and so consistently, I've had the luxury to like keep up with my craft and be able to play it
Right.
often enough to be good at it like consistently. Whereas like if you're just like a new player or something, you're not sure about how to like force through some of those painful pinch points when you're writing a song, when you're like, should I add more? Is it going well or not? We've been able, because we're just comfortable with our abilities and our ideas thus far, we've kind of hit that flow state where we're like, we can punch out those painful points and actually just
Right.
force a song through, and it's a decent song, like
Yeah.
like sometimes we obviously get down a rabbit hole and put way too much effort into nuance and shit, but we've lately been just like pushing
It
them
was so
out.
good.
and
Hell yeah.
It is
We're
so
right
good.
on our
Yeah.
stride,
We're not
right now,
putting
which
it
is really
down.
cool.
No was.
It's
It's
still-
good.
Yeah.
Freaking right.
Yep.
So was Chesterfest the last gig you guys played? Or have you played anything since the summer?
Yeah, we played one more show at the Capitol on October 16th
Oh yeah, October.
Okay.
Was
Yeah.
that
with
pretty
Kane Bull.
and sex
No, it
kicks.
was just, was it Pretty in Punk? No.
Is that Pretty in Punk?
No, it was just us. King Bull put it on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and then we got asked to play actually with Dead Levy that night too, actually.
Nice.
Because they played with weapons instead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I fucking like those
I was
guys.
going to say, Jordan
Yeah,
Belfort, he played with
Jordan
Soft
Welburn.
Cotton. Welburn.
Actually, I Ukrainian danced with him back
Yeah,
in
Jordan
the day.
Welburn.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we went to
Yeah,
elementary
from
school
Weapons.
together.
Yeah.
Those
Like, hold
weapons guys, is there a fucking episode that we can do without name dropping weapons? But anyways,
No, well, yeah, that's what I was.
we love you, man.
I
We love
remembered
you
that.
guys.
Yeah, he used to be in Soft Cotton for a while. Like, I
Yeah.
played bass with him on guitar and
Freaking right.
Roger
Yeah,
on
he
drums.
plays. He has like a guitar solo too in the old Sun
Sun.
on fucking Bandcamp.
Oh,
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah,
Bandcamp.
like not on the Sun on Spotify.
Those guys
It's
are
not the
fucking
same.
crushing it right now, eh?
Yep.
They're doing really well. Really well.
Yeah, it's really quite awesome.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
for those boys.
Yeah, they're good shit.
Yeah,
Some
that
good
is
local
good.
stuff.
You can get their merch at
Buy armor. Send us a DM.
Merch link in the description.
Oh, speaking of merch, actually, I had like a trippy fucking scene happen. I went for brunch one morning, and it was after Chesterfest, and that was kind of one of the first places we sold our merch. And I saw like our logo, like kind of sideways on the back of a shirt, like our new stairs.
Yeah.
On the back of a shirt.
We've only sold one.
With, like, above it said volunteer. And I'm like, what kind of fucking stitched together job? Like, what is that? Like, am I seeing that? And Jay was like, yeah, is that your shirt? Like, that I saw that. And we're both just like...
So wait,
And we have no idea. And, like, we weren't going to go
So was
run
it
up
like
to
a
the guy and be like, hey!
Chesterfest volunteer that like
Yeah, maybe you, like,
patch
patched it all
multiple band
together.
shirts.
Like, cut the.
Yeah,
logo,
all
the
I saw was
design
the
out
back, and it was just like
patched
kind
it.
of our logo, like kind of sideways on the back, kind of cut in half a little bit, not much, and then it was like all white, and it said volunteer. And I was just like,
They're doing guerrilla, freelance, crazy ass merch. Like, what?
And
Yeah.
but then you can't vape in the fucking beer garden. So
That-
yeah,
Yeah.
but no, it
So-
was kind of one of those things though, where it was kind of like, even if like
What
that's
the
kind
fuck,
of cool,
bro?
like even if someone.
Ready?
Can you see what will it be? The kind of life I lead. There's no you know where to go for the life I lead. Let's go. It's alright with me. When we hit the park close to the pit. Drop it in, let's get into it. Make it up on the back nine. Try to shoot straight, but I hook right. Keep your eye on the ball. I hope you're looking, baby, 'cause I lost sight. It's alright with me. When we hit it out of the park, close to the pit. Drop it, let's get into it. too far gone, it's too far gone, 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 too far gone, too far gone, it's too far gone. We are so excited to see the dudes up next.
Thank you, Chesterfest.
Thank you
You guys
for
are sick.
having us.
Beauties, beauties.
So how do you guys do your merchandise? Do you guys like so? Do you just like buy it? For example, do you just like buy 200 shirts and then bring it to a show and try and sell it? Or do
We
you-
usually do like 50
Yeah.
runs of 50.
Right.
We fucked up. Well, I fucked up last time we did merch. I was like, you know what I think is like a cool, quick like grab underwear. Like I think people would like grab underwear, but no, people really didn't. They were actually weirded out by it. And I was like, I thought it was cool.
I
Apparently, you're fucking a
I'm-
prude.
I'm
Like,
on your same brainwave there too, because the last summer we were looking at merch ideas for the show, right? And because we got like our logo or whatever, and it was summertime, and we had an option to do like barbecue aprons. And I'm like,
nice.
oh, it's fucking summertime. Like, everybody's gonna buy these, right?
yeah, I would
So
too.
we sold one of them, and it was by accident. Fucking, it was Joanne from 7 Mile Sun.
She thought it was something else.
Yeah, she tried to buy the apron with the Funky Moose logo on it, and she ended up getting
God.
the podcast logo, so we had to send her another one. So
no.
thanks, Joanne, for not
Sick.
purchasing that.
We ended up just throwing the underwear out into the crowd.
Yeah,
Is that
whatever. It's
Chesterfest?
promo.
Chesterfest or everywhere?
Yeah, we threw
Everywhere.
a
A
bunch
couple
out
of, they got Tralapa.
Yeah.
Right.
We threw some
Tlapa
out.
was a lot of fun. Too.
Oh, man.
Tlapa was a lot of fun.
I
too.
lived my hype girl realness during that fucking I said I was so tired, like I wasn't. So like Mike was like, I condone you to start drinking whiskey, and that was a bad idea because we got a free 26. And,
I drank straight whiskey a lot that night for sure.
oh boy,
Dude, how
Oh,
much
wait.
what a good
booze did
show
we go
though.
through at Moose Fest?
A lot.
Like there was nothing left.
Nothing much.
It was fucking. What time? I think we shut her
I felt
down at
bad
like.
for you because you were like, "Hey, I'll get out my wallet and buy a bunch more," and I was like, "Don't do that. We'll drink all of the booze."
And you did.
Don't, and we
And you
did.
fucking did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are the best hosts.
Awesome. Right on.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll do that again though. I would bust out the.
We're gonna try not to.
Yeah.
We're gonna try not to.
Yeah. Oh man.
I don't know. We played Eston the night before, and like my partner, he's just like, oh my god, like what a great set. Like you look really good up there. Like I mean, there was a couple times where I was like, oof, like that's like I was like, oh no, like I kind of blacked out. Like I don't actually remember like that set. Like I got pretty drunk, and oh, he's like, well, I think you need to stay on that like fine line because that was like a really good show
Oh
for
my
you.
God.
And I was like,
Yeah.
oh no. Like, a little bit like oops. But apparently it's great, so it's all that matters.
Do you guys like generally when you guys are gonna play a set live? Do you guys like have a few cocktails before you hit the stage, or
I honestly
wait until after?
sometimes it depends, but honestly,
A
for the
couple.
most part, I'd be like, I would maybe have like one beer or a beer with me on stage,
Right.
and that. Be,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it's just like I remember a time when I was a kid getting absolutely mangled
Yeah, I
up,
can't do
and
that
then playing a
anymore.
show, and then now I'm like, yeah, but I play way better when I'm totally just clear-headed and
Yeah.
killing it.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
Just one to take the edge off.
right.
Yeah,
do you guys
exactly,
still get
yeah.
do you get nervous when you go play live?
Yeah,
It
I'd say
depends.
so. Depend. Yeah, it
As
I
long as
depends.
guess
it's
the
like
last
10
few,
minutes
just because
before.
it's been so long.
Right.
But
I don't think I do really.
And it really
Not the
depended
same.
on the crowd. Like, so if it's honestly for me, the
That's fair.
smaller the crowd, the
Yeah,
more
that's
nervous I am.
Scarier it is.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I'm like, oh no, there's 12 people judging me. Not
they're
like,
like,
oh
it's
no, there's
such
a
a-
bunch of fucking people I just like love.
Scattered
like,
just the right way that you can always look right in their
Yes.
eyes. You're like, fuck. Why are you looking at me like this?
I always get nervous, like if it is a smaller crowd and I'm in there. I like to stay close to the stage. Like I want the band to know that I'm there.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
fucking supporting.
Yep.
I'm having a good time. There have been shows that I went to that I wasn't really familiar with them, so I'm like getting a feel for it, and as you do, you're just standing there. Like if I don't know what it is, like, and I'm not feeling it right out of the gate, like I'm not jamming, I'm not bobbing, I'm not headbanging or anything, but then you lock eyes with the bandmates and you're just like, I gotta do something.
Gotta do something.
Yeah.
Gotta do something.
Sorry,
You can't
bro,
just
it's
stand
good.
there.
It's good. I'm just listening. I'm listening.
Oh
Really
no,
bad
it's a scary feeling right there. That moment is
It's
terrifying.
fucking nerve wracking. I feel like a douche.
But I'm the worst asshole for that because if I'm at a show, I'm the worst because I should be at more shows, but I'm usually mainly at a show when I'm playing the show.
Right.
And I'm there early, I'm playing last or I'm playing first or whatever I'm waiting for. And I'll be in the back of the bar, like no earplugs in, but I'm like, nah, I gotta preserve my ears, man. Like I can't be up close jamming out to you right now. I gotta play my show.
Right? And then if they don't know you and they're looking, that fucker over there.
He's in a
just
band.
is
He's gonna play
standing
right
there.
after. He's giving us no rap. I'm like, fuck, sorry, bro. I feel like a bag of shit,
Man, I actually got a little scared at like the last Capitol thing we did because I'm like an uber lightweight. Like I can't drink.
Right.
You don't drink.
So I had like a single beer because I was like, I'll take the edge off, and then like King Bull's set was coming to an end, and I was like, okay, I got to finish this before I go on. And like we started playing, and I'm like, I'm feeling a little, feeling a little too fast. I'm like,
ooh,
I just had this moment like during the first song, like I'm like
I'm
moving my
gonna
foot, and I'm like, that's not moving the way I want it to move.
I'm gonna fuck this up.
Did you like just turn 19 then?
Oh yeah, so like was that your first show at a bar?
No,
Yeah.
No, it was the one before.
no, because I played the Capitol with you guys before.
Oh, right.
Yeah, one
like the
time
most
before.
recent show we just did. It's not like I haven't drank before, but like
No,
I
that
just
time
like
is just hit you the
I
wrong
had a
way.
single beer and I was like, oh my god, I'm not moving.
Oh no.
And yeah, I got freaked out for like the first two songs. I was like, okay.
That was good though. That was a
I
tight
was
set.
so tired by the end of that set. I don't know why we played. We finished with Butterfly by Crazy
Oh, yeah.
Town, and that bass line is tiring. So
Oh, yeah.
I was just dying at that last song.
Fuck, I haven't heard that song in a long time.
It's fun. Well, it's
Yeah.
a sample of
Yeah, we brought
"Pretty
it.
Little Ditty" by Red Hot
Yeah.
Chili Peppers. That main riff
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't
Check
know
out "Pretty Little
that. I
Ditty."
didn't know that.
Yeah, that. Diddle-a-diddle-a-diddle-a-diddle.
Right.
Check it.
What the fuck happened to those guys? Crazy Town.
Oh, fuck. I
Jeez.
think they
I
got.
think that-
They're blacked out
Isn't it Sugar
on
Ray?
the road right now.
No,
Isn't that who was in Crazy Town? Sugar
No.
Ray?
not the. No, I think the singer for Crazy Town. I remember fucking.
One guy died,
Fucking-
didn't he? DJ AM or
I had
whatever.
someone
Was
come
he
up to
had
me
something
at,
affiliated with
after
those
our
guys?
show and was like,
Is
I
he
could do
somehow
without that
affiliated
Sugar
with those
Ray
guys?
cover.
I swear to God,
And
look
then
this
I
shit
was
up,
like, Sugar
kid.
Ray. I was like, that was Crazy Town.
I'm
He's like,
swearing to
yeah,
God.
he's in Crazy Town.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
so
think
that's
the
where that.
singer was on. There was like it used to be a
from.
TV show. I think maybe Dr. Drew was on it, where they would have like recovering addicts and stuff.
Oh,
Like
and that
celebrity
guy-
addicts
oh,
would
yeah.
come in, like Celebrity Rehab or whatever the frick the show was, and I think he was on there.
I
So
think
I don't know if he's still alive. or
I
not.
might swear
Sounds
by
good.
it. I think DJ AM guy had something to do with that band. So check that out. Everybody look that up. And
Link in the description.
Google it. Link
Click
in
the link right here.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You want to know about the history of Crazy Town? I bet you did.
I think we're good, you guys. Well, I think if you guys are all right, if there's anything pressing that you want to get out there, where can I direct the people watching or listening
Yeah.
to your guys' music? Where's the best place for them to find the Radiant?
Spotify, YouTube,
Right on.
Apple Music, wherever you stream
All
your
the
music.
major streaming services.
Yep.
Excellent. We will have
Bandcamp if you want to toss us a few bucks.
Bandcamp. There you go. Right on.
Is there soft cotton on there?
Yep, and we
Oh,
got
let's
merch.
see if
You,
you
you
can-
can't buy the merch on Bandcamp. Send us a DM.
Yeah, you can get
There you go.
Wayback.
Facebook,
DMs.
Instagram, that's where we post all our stuff.
It's like the
Yeah.
Wayback Machine.
Tell your friends to listen to us sometimes.
Right, and come see a live show.
Oh, April 9th. April 9th.
Oh, I'm
We
pumped.
are playing a show at Amigos. They changed their set times, so for all you people who are like, they playing their shows too late. Well, guess what? We go on at 11:15. Show starts at 9, and we mean it.
Unheard of.
Yeah. So no, good stuff. We're playing with Green Wing and Nile Segovia.
Probably.
I don't think there are any pre-sale tickets, so as much as we do like to promote that, come and get your ticket at the door. April 9th. It's a Saturday.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Right on, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week.
106.
Like, share, subscribe, follow.
See ya.
Yeah. I always forget to say that. Like and subscribe if I can never do.
New music on 90.5 FM. It's Saskatoon's The Radiant with Semi-Climatic.
Yeah, how does fucking Baby It's Cold Outside get canceled, but got this wet ass pussy? Like, okay, you want your children listening to that?
That's how fucking bullshit it all is.
Because it's rapey, I guess. And it's like, no, it was the times. Like because it was scandalous for a woman to stay the night at a man's house.
Oh shit!
That she wasn't married to.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Oh shit!
And she was looking for a reason to stay. Like, come on.
Yeah.